Hey everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I am going to do another Valentine's Day look, a little bit more the sexy side. I did one that was more romantic and pink and all girly. And now we're going to do more like a more romantic but slash sexy, dramatic lip, more on that sexy side. You know? That's what we're going to do. So I am going to, I started out with primer, guys. I started out with the VFX Pro Primer, and my skin feels really good. So let's get started with some makeup. I am going to go in with the BeFit Tinted Moisturizer in the shade 02. And guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I use all our foundations on videos because I want to be able to show you guys all the foundations, but on a regular everyday day, honestly guys, this is what I use. Okay, I'm just keeping it real. I don't like full coverage foundations for me. I don't like I just don't care for them for me. I used to when I was younger, but as I've gotten older, I really appreciate and love a tinted moisturizer or a CC or a BB cream. And even our BB and CC cream, believe it or not, guys, has a lot of coverage. And even for me, most days I find that even to be too much coverage. I don't mind my natural skin peeking through the foundation, and I love the tinted moisturizer. It gives me enough coverage to even out my skin tone, but my skin just feels amazing with this. It's just lightweight. It doesn't accentuate any of my wrinkles or pores. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't pick up on any of my dry patches. It's super hydrating. It's waterproof. It's just so good. Like, I can't say enough about this foundation. Now, you can go in with a brush, you can go in with a beauty blender, you can go with your fingers, like it doesn't matter. What I've been doing is using my brush, and then I go in with my hands after if I need to. But I've just been doing it this way, and I just had to place an order for another one because I'm almost out of this. And I'm actually almost thinking that I should have maybe ordered one shade up. This is in 02, which is medium. So, I mean, I don't think the dark would be good for me. I think it will be too dark. And I don't want it to be too dark, obviously. So, yeah, I don't know. I just really love this tinted moisturizer. Now, is it going to cover up all your blemishes or all your imperfections? No, it's not. But you know what? That's okay, because you don't need to cover up everything. Like, if you have some sunspots, things like that, like, don't worry about it. You are okay if you don't cover up everything. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to cover up everything. I hope that if anything, if people who watch these videos or watch me take from me, if anything, is that it's okay to be comfortable in your own skin, and it's okay to not load up your skin with makeup. Like, it's okay. So once I put it on with the brush, I kind of go back in with my fingers, and I just make sure that it's all spread out the way I want it. And believe me, I know how much easier it is to say that than to actually do that. It took me a long, long time to be comfortable in my own skin. So I get it. I get it. But I want you to know that it's okay. And at 51, and after a year of using amazing, amazing skincare, like amazing skincare, I'm happy with my skin. Like, I'm okay with going out in public with no makeup or very little makeup like I have on right here. And are we going to do a dramatic lip? Absolutely. But do we not do that if we don't put a ton of full coverage foundation? There's no rules that say that you have to have full coverage foundation to do a glam look. You don't need to. You can have minimal foundation on and still do a glam look. You know, you can. Trust me, you can. As amazing as that may seem. So, yeah, you can do it. All right. So we have our BFit and a piece of hair in the bottle. Let me get rid of that. And I am not setting any of my face, okay? I'm not setting any of my face. The only thing I'm going to set are my eyes, and I'm going to go in my Cool Light powder. And it's our pressed powder. We have a ton of pressed powders, guys, okay? So there's definitely one that you will be able to use. We have different shades. We have our pressed powders. We have our BB powders. We have a CC powder. So you will definitely find a powder to fit your needs. Now, I do not set the rest of my face. I love the glow that you get without powder. I don't like the look of my face with powder. I just don't. And I don't use a lot of concealer. Very rarely do I use concealer. I don't like a lot of stuff on my face, so I don't usually layer on top of layer on top of layer. I try to use the least amount of products that I need to make myself look presentable and my skin to be as even looking as it can be, because I do have redness. I have some hyperpigmentation. I have some varicose veins in my face, or whatever type of veins you want to call them. I had them after having my first son from pushing. I broke a lot of blood vessels in my face. So I do have a lot of issues, and I have dryness. I have wrinkles. So yeah, I don't want to put a lot of stuff on my face, because the more stuff I put, the cakier it's going to look, and the more older I'm going to look. And I just don't like that. So you can do you. Like, it doesn't matter what age you are. If you want to put a full face of full coverage foundation, powder, concealer, you want to bake, you want to do all the things, you can. I just don't personally like it on me. I don't do the eyebrows. I don't fill my eyebrows in. I don't wear false eyelashes. I'm really a simple girl. I really like a simple makeup look. And like I said, when I was younger, I did all the things. I did all of them. But as I got older, I just want easy, simple, pretty looks. So, and by the way, guys, did you see my earrings? Aren't they so cute? I got them off of Amazon. Amazon or Shein, I'm not sure, but I love them. And they match my sweatshirt. I got this from Shein, and I absolutely love, 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 love this sweatshirt. It is super comfortable, and it's warm, guys. So I have the roses on both arms, and I just love it. It's really, I got it extra big, and it's just so comfy and cozy. I love it. All right, enough chatting, Charlotte. They didn't come to hear your big mouth. They came to see makeup. Let's get with the program. Okay, I'm going to go in with the Wonderlust palette. Ooh, that made it really yellow. Wonderlust palette. This is one of the 4 palettes that got released. One of them is limited edition, the 24K Glam palette, but then we have a Wonderlust palette, we have our Glam Up palette, and we have our Iconic palette. And honestly, I love the Glam Up the best. It's my favorite out of all the other 3. But I love them all, to be quite honest. They all have something different. They all offer different shades and types, some shimmers, some mattes, some jewel tones. So yeah, they all offer something different. So you could get all 3 and be like an endless eyeshadow heaven and never be able to use all the shades probably in, I mean, it's just, you could do so many looks. Like, you'll never run out of shades is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, not that you'll never use the shades. You'll use the shades. You just will never run out of shades to choose from is what I was trying to say. All right, so I am going to go into my crease with Rebel, which is a dark chocolate brown. Boy, I can't speak tonight, can I? And I'm going to take that in the crease. I'm doing a brown eye because that is my look that I like for an eye when I'm doing a red lip. I don't know why. I just love a brown eye, neutral eye with a nice bold red lip. And this is a beautiful matte chocolate brown. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going for my hair tomorrow, guys. I was supposed to go today, but we had to reschedule. So I'm going tomorrow. And I am still undecided with what I'm doing. Does that surprise anybody? It wouldn't if you know me. It won't if you know me, I should say. If you don't know me, well then maybe, but if you are friends with me, you will know I am very undecisive when it comes to my hair, and I get bored. I get bored. I spent so many years going from brown to blonde, and then I did the blonde for like 4 years. I think about 4 years I did nothing but blonde. And then I finally went back to my natural color, which is what you see here, except that I have a few highlights and some grays in the front. I have a lot of grays now in the front, guys, especially over in here. Lots and lots of grays. Let me just show you what I'm doing, shall I? As I'm just chatting away. Okay, so you can see Rebel is a gorgeous, gorgeous matte chocolate brown. And these are super, super blendable, guys, okay? Super blendable. I love our shadows. I love our company. I really do. And it's not because I am an influencer for the company. I truly love these products, and I use them all the time. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with... Let's see. I think I'm going to go in with Smudge on my lid, which is that's Smudge. It's a really pretty brown, just a lighter shade of brown. Truly, truly pretty. And I love that these palettes have big mirrors. Oh, like, thank you, Pharmacy, for giving us palettes with a decent size mirror. You know, it really is important. More companies should realize how important it is to have a good mirror. You know, especially if you're not home and you're trying to touch up your makeup. There's nothing worse than when you don't have a palette that doesn't have a good mirror. that really aggravates me. And honestly, sometimes it used to be a deal breaker for me. If a palette didn't have a mirror, I wouldn't even buy it, even though I like the colors. And with our palettes, I mean, look at the size of that mirror, guys. It's just huge. It's dirty, but it's good. Oh, I use these palettes all the time, guys. So if it wasn't dirty, then you'd know that I never used it, and you'd be like, that girl's not ever using that palette. She's just trying to sell us products. But I assure you that I do use them all the time. Okay, now let me take a little, because I have some product underneath, which can happen. Okay, now I am going to take, you guys, if you could only see in front of me, I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought placemats that are like soft. I can't really show you on camera, I don't think, but can you see that? It's like, they're kind of like, almost like a shag carpet, but it's a placemat. And I have a bunch of them, and then so every time I need to wipe a brush, I just wipe it off on there, and then I can just throw them in the laundry and I wash them and put them back. It's great. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of Sunkissed, maybe. Do I want to put Sunkissed? Yeah. Let's put a little bit right in the corner, the inner part. Sunkissed is more like a, has an undertone of almost like a reddish orange undertone. It's really pretty. And I'm just popping it on the inner part. And just using my finger. See how pretty that is? I really do think it looks pretty. It just adds a little something to the look. And let me clean up under here. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with the shade, do I want to go with Noble or Base? I'm gonna mix Noble in the base shade, and I'm gonna put that under my brow bone. So I'm putting that under the brow bone. Let's see, do I want to build out the outer corner a little bit? Or do I want to try and put a little something in the center? I'm gonna go in with rose gold and place that right in the center. I'm not gonna go over the entire lid with it. I'm just gonna place it right in the middle. Just in the middle. It's not really gonna do much. It just adds a little bit of sheen. Like when you move a certain way, you'll see just a little bit of glimmer of like shimmer. But nothing like too much. And I'm just going back in and blending that crease shade. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. And let me go back into Rebel and just deepen that crease right in the middle. Just want to add a little bit more. right in the center of my crease. And that looks very good. And let me add a little bit more of that smudge on. And the Sun Kiss. And that's a good thing, like you can always add, it's so much harder to take away. So just take your time and add and blend and then add and then blend. Okay, now under the eye, I'm gonna go in with Morocco. And I'm just going to add Morocco under the lower lash. And again on this side. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, guys. Oh my goodness. Right, and I'm just going to clean any product off. Oh yeah, I like this. And then I think I am gonna go in with Strobe Dream. And I'm going to pop a little bit of it in the inner corner. Just to give it a little lightness. And plus it gives you an opportunity to see even more colors from this palette. It actually comes out almost like a grungy look. I kind of really like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so we have everything. I'm pretty sure that's, I might go in with a little bit of that Sun Kiss and smudge and put that underneath too. Should have tapped off more. Whoa, that was a lot of product. Okay, you don't need that much. You just don't. Like, take it easy, Charlotte. Goodness. Okay. And that's all over my shirt. You'll have to excuse the mess that I just made. All right, guys. So, let's go in and warm up this face just a tad. I'm not going to put powder. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the bronzer. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go in with Peach Bite because I really do like the Peach Bite for contouring when I don't have like powder and heavier foundation. I just kind of like how it looks a little bit better. So I'm going to go into the Peach Bite palette and I'm going to go into that contour shade. And it's a super soft contour. It's very forgiving. So if you put a little too much, you can really blend it out. So what I do is I kind of put it where I want it. And then I will go back in and I'm going to blend that all in. Blend it out. Blend it out. Blend it in. Blend it out. Blend it in. I still have a ton of spots there from picking, which is a big no-no. I know. I know. I should not do that. I tell everybody else not to do that. So do as I say and not as I do. That's what I say. Okay. And then let me just put a little. Sometimes I actually, when I contour, I will just actually go over my whole nose, not just the sides. And it just kind of I don't know, it just really warms everything up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a different brush. Oh, let's see. I'm going to go with this one. And I'm just going to blend it. And I do want some of that color to stay. And then sometimes if I really want to like have a fake tan, like a fake tan faux, I will actually go in with that contour and go over my entire face. And I won't even just contour. I will take it over like my whole entire face. Okay. I love these big fluffy brushes. And I don't even remember where I got them. I think most of them came from like when I used to get BoxyCharm. I love them. They're so good. Okay, now we're going to do some blush. And I think I'm going to just go with the Peach Bite blush. The blush from the Peach Bite palette. Let me get, where's my brushes? Where are my pharmacy brushes? God. Okay, I have one. This is one of our pharmacy brushes. So I'm going to go in with the blush from the Peach Bite. It's a really pretty soft blush. I like it so much. And then I'm just going to go over top of that blush with the highlight from that palette. And I'm going to put a little bit down my forehead and a little down the center of my nose. Maybe a touch on the Cupid's bow. And then go in with the same brush that I used to put the tinted moisturizer on. So you can see that gives me a really pretty glow. Like I look really glowy and hydrated, which is what you want. Unless you don't. If you want a matte look, then you don't want this. But if you want a glowy look, then this would be good. And you know me, guys, I like a dewy, glowy look. Okay, so let me put some of this away. And we will go on to mascara. I hate a messy workstation. I can't stand it. It really bothers me so much. Okay, for mascara, I am going to go in with our BeFit mascara, guys. Now, you guys all know how I feel about the BeFit mascara. I tell you all the time, it's not talked about enough. It is such an amazing mascara, guys. It's so good. I mean, it's just really good. That's all I can say. It's really, 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 really good. Let me show you the wand. That is the wand. It's a bristle wand. Now this is waterproof, smudge proof, sweat proof. It is amazing. So not only is it good for people who work out that are really, 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 really active, it's also really good for the summertime if you want to go to the beach with some mascara on, or if you just live in a really hot climate. This is going to be your best friend, and it gives you really nice lashes. It gives length, it gives definition, it gives volume. It really is a really good mascara. And like I said, it just doesn't get talked about enough. I don't know why. And the brush is amazing. Like you guys know, I love a bristle brush so much. There's just something about bristle brushes. They just, they separate and they lengthen those lashes so well. Because bristle brushes just cling on to your lashes. I mean, look at that, guys. Pretty good, right? I love all our mascaras, regardless. There's really none that I can say that I don't like. I have my favorites, but I haven't tried any yet that I don't like. Which is pretty good because most times, I don't care what company it is, most times it's very rare that you're going to like almost every single mascara that a company comes out with. But I honestly can say that I really don't dislike any of them. But I mean, I do have my favorites. I love our Double Lash. I love our Star Look. I love, love, love Deep Black. And, you know, Double Lash is amazing. But Star Look, Optimal, Deep Black, and the Be Fit. I do tend to use Be Fit more in the spring and summer. Here. But it's good for any time. Like, it doesn't have to be summer to use this. I mean, you can see, like, how long my lashes get with this and how good it separates. Like, this is just so good. So definitely check it out. And don't get, like, swayed by the fact that it's, you know, part of an active line. I mean, I don't care if you're active or not. You can still use this. If you want to buy this and you're not active, I'm not going to tell anybody. And let's face it, we're all active in some form. You know, we don't have to be sprinting marathons to be active. I mean, I'm active every day. I'm not climbing mountains or anything, but I'm active. I get my steps in. Actually forgot to put my Apple Watch on today, so I don't know how many steps I put in today, to be honest. Probably not as much because I was pretty much at my desk working all day. So I probably didn't put that many steps in today. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to use my little palette here to put on my lower lash mascara. For some reason, it's so much easier for me to do my lower lashes when I'm holding an actual mirror than looking at my little vanity one. And believe it or not, guys, I've already done a makeup look today. I'm filming 2. One will be up on my page tonight, and then this one will be up tomorrow. Because I was not going to be able to do one tomorrow or Sunday, because I try to take Sundays off from like filming and like business. Like I try to take at least Sunday off a bit, you know, from working. It doesn't always happen, and I usually end up going on anyways and doing stuff, but I have found that I find myself putting more and more hours in and spending a lot of time online on the computer, working my business, and you know, making new friends and, you know, doing all the things business related and talking with people, which I love to do, but I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping at night, and I think part of it is that I'm on the computer way more than I should be. It's just not good, and I've been getting like a lot of headaches and eye strain. So I think I need to like cut back on the amount of time that I'm actually on the computer and take a break. Because even at night, like I'll be on the computer and trying to watch TV at the same time. So I don't even sit. I'm always sitting in my office chair. And I just need to like set a time where I say, okay, I am not going to be on the computer after such and such a time. You know, I'm going to get off. I'm going to actually sit in my recliner and watch TV regularly, you know. And I feel my nose running. Has anyone else been having issues with your nose running, like allergies? Could it be allergies? Like I have nothing else. There's nothing else going on with me. Just my nose wanting to run constantly, but mainly when I put makeup on, which is weird. I don't know. And then it's like I feel like, of course, you know, after your makeup comes off. Oh, I don't know. All right, so Be Fit mascara, go get it. You will love it. You will. I promise you, you will. Okay, now we're going to do lips. I am going to go in with, let's see, I think I'm going to start off with 206 for lip liner, and then we'll see what that looks like. I'm actually going to go in with the brighter red tonight. I usually go in with the darker red. But I want it to be brighter because we have such a neutral eye going on. Now, if you wanted to, you could overdraw your lip. I don't tend to overdraw very often. Sometimes like I'll overdraw the Cupid's bow a little bit because I don't really have a Cupid's bow. You could actually just use the lip liner if you wanted to and not even go in with a liquid matte lipstick if you wanted. Or you could use a regular lipstick if you want, but I love our liquid mattes because they don't come off, they don't crumble, they're not dry, they're not going to come off on your mask. Where if you wear a regular lipstick, you know, it might come off, you know, obviously on the mask if you got a regular lipstick. So I'm going to go in the shade 05, and this is a liquid matte lipstick. That is what it looks like. And I know red's not everybody's choice. Not everybody wants to rock a red lip. And that's okay. is okay if you don't. I always was too intimidated to wear one. I don't know why. I was just always too scared to wear a red lip. And you do have to work with it, okay? A red lip's hard. Like, you got to take your time and go back in and really clean up and those edges, make them crisp. Use the tip of your wand, okay? Use the tip with after you have no product on it, okay? Don't go back in and put more product. Once you've applied it, go back in with the tip and you're just going to go in and you're going to clean up those lines. Okay. And if you need to, take your foundation brush and just put a little underneath if you had any that came outside of the line. And you just clean it up. And then you can always go back in with your liner. And you can just go back in with that liner. And it cleans everything up and it makes a really crisp line. Nobody needed to see that, but now if this is too bright for you, if you're like, whoa, Charlotte, that's like way too much. Like, I don't have enough nerve to wear that. Oh, and the other thing too is if you're going to do a red lip, after it dries, kind of go in and go into the inner part of your lip and put some product so that when you're talking, you're not going to see the pink of your lip. As much. And then you need to clean your teeth. Now, like I said, if that's too bright for you guys, you can go in with 06, which is a gorgeous deep red, and you could use that. But I think this is perfect Valentine's Day. I think it's fun, it's sexy, just sexy, you know? And who doesn't want to be sexy? Everybody wants to be sexy. It's great, you know? Okay, I think we're done. We are done. Okay, guys. So what do you think? Would you rock it? Would you rock this lip? You should. Everyone should try rocking a red lip once in your lifetime. Just do it. Just do it. Don't care what others think. Like, just try it. All right, guys, quick recap. We did VFX Pro Primer, we did BeFit Tinted Moisturizer in the shade 02 Medium. We used our Wonderlust palette, and we used quite a few shades. We used Smudge, Sunkissed, Morocco, and Rebel. And then we used a little bit of the Rose Gold. We used Base and Noble, and we used Strobe Dream. We used quite a few. And then we used our BeFit mascara. And we used the Peach Bite palette to contour and for blush and highlight. And then for lips, we did 206 and we did hey, where'd it go? Where did it go? 05. So 206 and 05. And that is how we got this look, and I love it. I just love everything about this look. And again, it's a really neutral eye and a bold lip. Now you could tone the lip down, like I said, or you could have just gone in with the lip liner and just left it like that. Or you could go in with 06 and do a more deeper wine red. But I wanted the brighter red because, one, it matches my earrings and my sweatshirt. And I just think it's beautiful Valentine's Day color. I just think it looks gorgeous for Valentine's Day. Like I said, you do have to take your time with it a little bit. Work with it. Go slow. Like even this side's a little bit higher, but that's okay. So anyways, guys, that's the look. I hope that you all have an amazing weekend. I hope it's fun, relaxing, quiet, whatever you wish for. I hope that's what you get this weekend. And I will be back Monday with another video. And we have a new cologne out, men's cologne. It's a limited edition, and it's only, I think, going to be up for like 5 days. I think 5 days only. It's supposed to smell amazing. I posted about it on my page. I posted what the notes are, the fragrance notes. So if you are interested, hop on over to my page and then hop on over to the website and order it. I'm sure it's going to sell out. It's a really good price, guys. So you can find that at my website at www.pharmacyus.com/Charlotte Cardoso 2. And of course, you can find me on Facebook at Charlotte's Cosmetics and more. You can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube. And yeah, so go have fun. Go check it out. And as always, if you need anything, message me and I will get right back to you. I got fuzz all over me or eyeshadow. I don't know which, but all right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you all back on Monday. Bye.